What's up, guys? My name is Joe Fernandez, and welcome to Knowledge Doesn't Take Place. I haven't posted a video in a while, maybe 2 months, because I have been going through depression. So I was going through some therapies, and I really needed time to take care of myself and my mental health. But now I'm back, fresher than ever. And I want to make it up to you guys, so I will be posting more videos and keep you guys updated. As you know, the war in Ukraine continues as thousands of lives are being lost. Now, some people are finding ways to convince Russia and Ukraine to give up their ambitions so the war can be over. If at first the Russians thought they were going to take over Ukraine easily, well, the Ukrainians beat the odds, because they have everything under control now. It seems like the war is close to an end, and Ukraine will most likely win. The most recent victory of the Ukrainians in the battlefield was reconquering Kherson, which was under Russian rule since the beginning of the war and was illegally annexed to Moscow in October. To Vladimir Putin, he was asked to surrender, and if he puts an end to the war, he will be considered a hero, and he wouldn't be accused for the crimes he committed in the last months. Let's see what they really mean by that. Let me remind you the main objective for each country in the beginning of the conflict. For Ukraine, their main goal was to cease fire and withdrawal of Russian troops from its territory. Also, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, he wished to be part of NATO without being oppressed by Russia. Since the beginning of the war, Zelensky made it clear that if the price for ending the bloodshed was for the country to give up from joining NATO, he will be willing to make a deal. But Putin's goals were different. The Russians have some strict demands in order to put an end in the conflict, which are preventing Ukraine from entering into any alliance with Western countries. So, one of the main reasons for the war was that Ukraine wanted to be part of NATO and the European Union, but Putin wants Ukraine to be politically neutral. He also demands Ukrainians to undergo a disarmament process to ensure that it is not a threat to Russia. The other one is to prevent the Russian language in the Ukrainian areas where it is still spoken. The other one is what Putin calls the Nazification. He believes Ukraine has strings attached with Nazism. So he wants Ukraine to be neutral with other countries in the West. He wants them to undergo a disarmament process and preserve the Russian language in Ukraine and the Nazification. Well, I don't know what is that, but that's what he believes. He believes that Ukraine flirts with Nazis. Yeah, but that's not all the demands he has made. He also wants some territories, such as Crimea, which was illegally annexed to Russia in 2014, and Donbass. He wants these two territories to be recognized, and he wants the independence of Donetsk and Luhansk, which were declared independent days before the beginning of the war. At the beginning, everybody thought that Russia would win the war because of their military power. But now the tables have turned, and who seems to be close to a defeat is Russia. And this proposal doesn't seem so bad for Putin. He was told to give up, and in exchange, he will be seen as a hero. And he and his associates wouldn't be accused of their crimes for starting the war and they will be authorized to remain in power. But he will have to give up everything he wants, including Kherson, Donetsk, and Luhansk. Crimea would remain part of Russia, but it will have to be demilitarized. Also, Russia would have to withdraw their military forces in Moldova, and Ukraine wouldn't join NATO for at least 7 years. So, who do you think will benefit most in this proposal? I believe Russia will be the best beneficiary in this proposal, because it is most likely that they will be defeated in this war. And being defeated by a country with a limited military power as Ukraine, it will make Putin seem weak, embarrassed, and he may lose his power. Tell me what you think about it. Do you believe that Ukraine can win this war? And who do you think can benefit the most in this proposal? My name is Joe Fernandez. This is Knowledge Doesn't Take Place, and I will see you guys on my next video.